Welcome to another video. Today we're going to dismantle the Great Walls. It's not actually that hard if you know what you're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing, I'm here to show you and guide you through it. You're not going to need many or strong units, only spear surgeons and fortebraccio pikemen, one being everyone's go for due to the honor price and second being basically free from season 3 challenges. Overall it's an interesting map and at the moment one of its kind, as our enemies are actually defending the castle. They have units in formation, braced, and at the endpoint you can even see halberdier surgeons right behind the shield wall. How I play the map often reminds me of a tower defense game, and I simply love those. Quickly before we start, I stream most of the evenings on Twitch, territory wars, free battles, sieges, you name it, and I probably stream it. All you're going to need is a strong melee unit with a tight formation to push A and B, and a shield wall or pikes for the endpoint. Melee unit with tight formation doesn't have to be anything specific, but I would recommend fortebraccio pikemen or spear surgeons. My personal pick is men-at-arms. They have a few perks to them, like the heal that will help them stay longer, cover commander letting them overlap on the stairs, and a solid shield wall, which is the tight formation we talked about, and it's simply there to block the doorways. When it comes to the end point, I again recommend spear surgeons and fortebraccio pikemen. You're going to need a shield wall to keep incoming cavalry in place and units to simply obliterate those. Whichever you pick for whichever stage should depend on whatever your teammates are having, but honestly you can't go wrong with either of those. First thing you want to do is place your units somewhere near the gate and destroy the gate as soon as possible, but without using trebuchet. You're going to need it for the last point.
Our battering ram is preparing to advance. Our battering ram is advancing. Their gate has been destroyed.
One gate is destroyed, prepare to push through.
Form up! Form up!
You can bait out the gate defenses by going through the gate. Make sure to go far but not too far, you don't want anything hitting you.
Get into position! Flatten them! Take cover!
After passing the gate, head left through the staircase. Despite Iron Reapers being at the top, it's still the easier way since we backed our braced halberdiers. Make sure to not have your units following you, keep them in the tight formation, you don't want them randomly walking off into braced halberds. Ignore them for now. When we start capping A, they will come to us and we're going to be prepared for it. Keeping your units in the right formation is also important for killing Reapers. We need to minimize the damage our units take.
Form up! To victory! Protect your commander!
When you're done, start capturing point A and place your units the way they can block the staircase, preferably the right one, as from the left we're only expecting the halberds we ignored earlier.
Get into position!
Our team has captured Prevail.
Charge! Listen to my order! Units, assemble! Form up!
Now keep pushing. On the way you can capture the supply point if you need to heal your units.
Form up! Units! Units, assemble! Form up on me! Form up! Form up! Units, assemble!
There is always a unit of archers on the hill. I suggest you take them out. Just be careful if you see longbowmen, cause sometimes full HP bar might not be enough.
Close up! Get going! Get into position! Form up! Get into position! Protect the commander! Form up!
There is some more free unit kills on the top of the stairs if you want.
Assemble!
Captured a point.
Form up! Get into position! Form up! Get into position! Units, assemble! Form up!
Here's one of the harder parts, as we need someone to displace the shield wall and braced pikes. We want to charge right through and take care of terraces in the back.
Get into position!
When it's all clear, you want to head up, clear the area from the archers and use the catapult. It's probably the most important part of the siege. What we're going to do now is destroy the wall near the endpoint so we don't get choked in the gate. Worst case scenario, you can do it with trebuchets, but those will come in handy when attacking the endpoint, so don't waste them.
Form up! No fear!
Now keep on pushing to C.
Cover me! Units, assemble!
When you get to the building, make sure to block the staircase.
Form up!
If you want, you can take care of arquebusiers on the walls, but they're guarded by pike militia, and if you're not a short sword or Nonachi, there is a high chance you're just not getting through alive. What we're going to do now is something quite weird and not necessary. Usually when people push C, they step on the point and spawn a unit of Keshiks. Those will run you down and create chaos. Units your teammates have are mostly almost dead too, meaning you can't properly deal with it. In order to avoid all this, my men-at-arms are the bait. Luckily, the wall is guarding their back, so they'll mostly be okay. It will give our team enough time to resupply, capture C and prepare for the final push. Now that C is almost captured, let's get our pikes out and form up at the gate.
Your unit is retreating. Our team has captured point C.
Trap the shield wall and let your units do the job. There is an NPC hero guarding the endpoint, and when he dies, few cavalry units are going to spawn and run you down. So let's bait him out, kill him, and press F to pay respects to the incoming cavalry. All that's left to do is to secure the gateways and capture the point. New units will be coming from the right side, those you didn't kill before, like turrets in the building on the left from the staircase. I hope you enjoyed the video and gave you some clarity in how to clear this seemingly hard event map, and if you did, make sure to click the like and subscribe button, more content is on the way.